Good day, folks. In today's video, we're going to go over 24 reasons why you may want to consider upgrading from the original Mavic Mini to the new DJI Mini 2. Now, I'm not insinuating that if you do own the original Mavic Mini that you should run out and upgrade. The purpose of this video is to go over all the new features and enhancements, so if you are on the fence about upgrading, you can make a better educated decision. This video is also to help those who don't own a Mavic Mini yet and are on the fence about which one they should get. Should they save some money and purchase the original Mavic Mini, or is the new features of the DJI Mini 2 worthwhile for the extra money? Now, with all that said, let's just jump in and look at 24 reasons why you may want to consider to upgrade. In this video, we're going to go over 24 things that are new with the DJI Mini 2. Some of the new things are major upgrades and some of them are just small enhancements. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know whether the original Mavic Mini or the Mavic Mini 2 is the right choice for you. So let's just go ahead and we'll take a look at what's new. So the first thing that's new with the new DJI Mini 2 is that it now has OcuSync. That allows you to fly farther with a more solid connection. Even if you're flying in a congested Wi-Fi area, you're going to retain a good solid connection. The original Mavic Mini was rated to fly 4 kilometers. The new Mavic Mini is rated to fly 10 kilometers. Now there's no way you're going to be able to fly 10 kilometers with the Mavic Mini 2 just because there's not enough battery power in it to get that far and then get home. But the biggest thing is that you're just going to have a much more reliable, solid connection. To me, that is the most important new feature of the Mini 2. It just makes your flight more enjoyable and it gives you that extra distance so you can get out and capture what you need. Now the second reason why you may want to consider upgrading is that the Mini 2 now supports 4K. 4K is probably one of the most common resolutions captured nowadays. Now number 3 is another important reason why you may want to choose the Mavic Mini 2. The bitrate of recorded video has now been up to 100 megabits. That's compared to 40 megabits of the original Mavic Mini. That makes your video crisper with a lot more detail. That higher bitrate is almost more important than the resolution. Myself, I would rather film at 2.7K with a higher bitrate than 4K with a lower bitrate. So having that 100 megabit variable bitrate is very important, and it's going to make your videos look a lot nicer with a lot more detail. Now reason number 4 is that the DJI Mini 2 comes with a brand new redesigned controller. Now although it is a little bit bigger, which actually could be a negative to some, it's a much better controller in every aspect. This is the same design which came with the Mavic Air 2. It's just a really nice, comfortable remote to hold. Your phone now mounts at the top, so it's at a better viewing angle. The antennas are now built into this top piece, so you don't have to worry about making sure your antennas are angled right. On top of that, there's no more fumbling around with this little cable trying to get everything lined up and then pushed in there and held in correctly. That can be real frustrating sometimes, especially when you're trying to get up and flying quickly. The other nice thing is that many phone cases are supported when mounted in this controller. I use an Apple silicone case and mine will fit in there with no issue. Now if you're using a thicker case like something like an OtterBox, from what I've read, I've never tested it because I don't own one, but the OtterBoxes won't fit. But all the Apple silicone cases and similar cases will fit with no issue, which is really nice not having to take your case off every time you go to mount your phone. As you can see, the cable management is much nicer and it's easier to connect. All you do is pull it out when you're ready to connect your phone, and it just plugs in the side. You're still able to fly with the tablet with this controller, however you will need a third-party mount. Now reason number 4 why you might want to choose the DJI Mini 2 over the original Mavic Mini is that it's now fully USB-C. That makes it much more convenient with cable management. If you're out traveling, you don't have to bring micro USB cables with you anymore. Now the type of cable you use is a very minor thing, but USB-C is a more modern standard. It also allows you to charge the drone from a power delivery power bank by using the USB-C port. And not only have they added USB-C to the drone, they've also added it to the charging hub. As you can see there, it's now a USB-C instead of micro USB. And that goes into reason number 6 why you might want to consider choosing the DJI Mini 2 over the Mavic Mini. And that is because with USB-C, the batteries do charge a little faster. I haven't done any full testing to see what the actual difference is, but I have noticed they do charge considerably quicker. And if you have a lot of batteries to charge, that can make a world of difference. Now number 7 is also an important reason why you may want to choose the DJI Mini 2 over the original Mavic Mini, and that is because it has a wind resistant of scale 5 now. The original Mavic Mini was rated at 4, the new Mini 2 is rated at 5, and that can be really important. The original Mavic Mini did struggle with wind if you're trying to fly on a windy day. Sometimes it would be standing still in the air, it just wasn't powerful enough to fight the wind. So having a drone that is more capable in the wind allows you to fly a lot more often. Having the Mini 2 be able to perform better is going to possibly save your drone from accidentally accidentally losing it, but also make your flight more enjoyable. Now, the official numbers are the original Mavic Mini could support winds of 8 meters per second. An approximate conversion puts that at 17.8 miles per hour, whereas the new Mini 2 is rated to support winds of up to 8.5 to 10.5 meters per second. So that translates from 19 miles per hour to 23.5 miles per hour. So as you can see there, you are going to get a lot better performance in the wind. Now, if you're a photographer, reason number 8 is a great reason to upgrade, and that is the new Mini 2 supports RAW photos. The original Mavic Mini is not capable of RAW. Capturing an image in RAW is going to allow you to have a lot more flexibility in post. Reason number 9 why you may want to consider upgrading or choosing the DJI Mini 2 is that it now supports zoom. Now, it is only a digital zoom and not an optical zoom, but it is there if you do need it. So if you're filming something of interest and you want to get in a little bit closer, you're able to do so without putting the drone in harm's way. Also, going back to photographers, reason number 10 is also a great reason to upgrade. The Mavic Mini 2 now supports panoramas. There's 3 different types of panoramas to choose from, so it allows you to get very creative with your photography. Reason number 11 why you may want to consider upgrading, again, is geared towards photographers. With the DJI Mini 2, you're now able to capture bracketed photos. With the original Mavic Mini, you were not able to do that. There's a new setting under Photos where you can go in and choose AEB bracketing, and it will capture 3 bracketed shots. That's great for those who want to create some nice HDR photos. It allows you to take the 3 shots and then merge them in your own software. Now, reason number 12 why you might want to consider upgrading is that the new Mini 2 comes with a new style of carrying case. Myself, I really prefer the style of the new bag. It's a shoulder bag, so it makes it a little bit easier to carry. The original Mavic Mini case just has one handle at the top there, so you have to hold it in your hand. But more importantly, you have more flexibility with what you can store and how you store your equipment inside. With the original Mavic Mini here, you can see the inside of it is pre-formed, so you're kind of limited to what extra equipment you can carry with you. If you buy extra batteries, you're only able to add 1 extra battery to this kit. It comes with 3 batteries, but you can add a 4th. You can have 1 in the drone and 3 in the charging hub. But if you want to bring something like your Osmo Pocket along with you, perhaps an action camera, ND filters, or any other little accessories, they will not fit in this case. The new style of case gives you an extra pocket up at the front. If we open it up here, you can see we have another storage pocket up at the top here. But as you can see inside here, there's still lots of space. Even with the charging hub, the controller, and the drone, there's lots of little spaces in there that you could tuck extra equipment, such as an Osmo Pocket, like I said, extra batteries. If you want to bring 6 batteries with you, you're able to fit them in there with no issue. So that can be very important. So another good reason to choose the Mavic Mini 2 if you're going to be buying your first drone. Now, reason number 13 why you might want to choose the new Mini 2 over the original Mavic Mini is that it does have a much more robust build. If you take a look at the front arms here of the original Mavic Mini, you can see that it's very pliable. If we take a look here at the new Mini 2, as you can see here, we can't barely move them at all. They're much more rigid. It's just a small thing, but important to note. Now, reason number 14, you get an extra 1 minute of flight time with the new Mini 2. The original Mavic Mini is rated to fly up to 30 minutes, where the new Mini 2 is rated to fly up to 31 minutes. Again, just a small improvement, but an improvement nonetheless. It is also important to note that in real-world situations, you're not going to achieve that type of flight time. Now, reason number 15 why you may want to consider to upgrade, because of all the extra new features, and you decide that yes, you do want to upgrade, you don't have to worry about buying all new accessories. Because the form factors are pretty well identical, any accessories you've purchased for your original Mavic Mini are going to be able to be used on the new Mavic Mini 2. That includes things like extended landing gear, ND filters. If you've purchased a set of ND filters, you'll be able to use them on the new Mini 2. And that even goes for batteries. If you've purchased many spare batteries for the original Mavic Mini, you can use those spare batteries in the DJI Mini 2. Now, it is very important to note, however, if you use the original Mavic Mini batteries in the Mavic Mini 2, it's going to put the drone over the 249 gram weight. For many people, that's not an issue at all, but for some people it is, so that is something important to note. And just to mention here, even though you can use the older batteries in the new drone, you cannot use the new batteries in the old drone. Now, the new DJI Mini 2 is quite a bit quieter than the original Mavic Mini. I will be uploading a video in the next couple days doing a sound comparison, but it was something I noticed right away even before I took any kind of readings. It is quite noticeably quieter. Reason number 18 why you might want to consider upgrading or choosing the DJI Mini 2 is that it flies faster than the original. The original Mavic Mini can fly at 13 meters per second, which roughly translates into 29 miles per hour. The new DJI Mini 2 can fly at 16 meters per second, which roughly translates into 35.8 miles per hour. Now, that's in ideal conditions with no wind, but definitely you can get faster flight times with the new DJI Mini 2. Now, reason number 18 why you might want to consider upgrading is that the Mavic Mini 2 has new upgraded motors. These upgraded, more efficient motors is what allows the Mavic Mini to fly faster and handle the wind better. So definitely a nice little upgrade. Now reason number 19 is to do with the remote again. The remote that comes with the new DJI Mini 2 is also compatible with the Mavic Air 2, and vice versa. You can use the Mavic Air 2 remote with the new DJI Mini. And that's kind of nice for a couple different reasons. If you own both drones and you're going to take both out for a flight, you only need to bring one controller with you. Now mind you, you will have to pair each drone each time you go to use it, but it can save you some extra bulk in your drone bag. The other nice thing is if you own both drones and you have both controllers, if one controller happens to stop working and it needs to be sent back in for repair, you can use that extra controller and you're still able to fly both drones. Now reason number 20 is just a small little upgrade, but it's important to make note of. The DJI Mini 2 has a new light here on the front, and you can go in and actually customize that light to different colors and different behaviors. In bright sunlight it is very difficult to see, but it's still worth making note of. Now reason number 21 could be important for some people, and why you would maybe want to consider this drone over the original Mavic Mini, or why you may even want to upgrade. And that is that it now supports a new feature called Quick Transfer. That feature allows you to connect the drone directly to your smartphone or tablet and transfer all your data quickly. You don't have to use the remote, so it saves you a lot of extra time and messing about. And on top of that, it does allow you to do trimmed video downloads. So if you've got a very large video file but there's only a small little section you want, you can trim it down and just transfer over that small part. That can save you a lot of room on your mobile device. So definitely a good reason why you might want to choose the Mini 2 over the original Mavic Mini. Now reason number 22 why you might want to consider the DJI Mini 2 over the original Mavic Mini, it now has better satellite connections. If you take a look at the spec sheet for the Mavic Mini 2, you can see it now supports the Galileo satellite system. In fact, with the original Mavic Mini, the most I could ever connect to was about 14, usually floated between 12 to 14. With the new DJI Mini 2, I was able to connect to 21 satellites. So that allows for a more reliable satellite connection, and not only that, but it allows you to connect to them faster. Reason number 23 why you might want to choose the Mini 2 over the original Mavic Mini is that it now has one extra quick shot. If you go into your quick shot menu, you can see the DJI Mini 2 now supports boomerang. Again, just a small little detail, but it is worth noting. Now lastly here, again, it's a small little detail, but again worth noting, is that when you purchase the DJI Mini 2, you actually get a propeller holder included in the bundle. As you can see there, it just sits on the bottom, keeps the bottom propellers all nicely tucked in. You just clip in the side there, top propellers, just tuck in under like that. So it keeps all your props nicely tucked away and you don't have to worry about accidentally breaking them, taking it in and out of your bag, which I've actually done before. So again, just a little detail, but a nice one. Now before I go here, just a couple other quick things to note, and these aren't reasons to upgrade by any stretch of the imagination, but they are things to keep in mind. First off, these grates here at the front are actual grates now. There's air that moves through them, whereas the original Mavic Mini, they were completely solid and purely decorative. Also important to note that the DJI Mini 2 is still under 249 grams. In fact, it's about 7 to 10 grams lighter than the original Mavic Mini. And lastly, the other thing to keep in mind, and this is not confirmed yet and nobody's really sure what's going to happen, but because the Mavic Mini has OcuSync 2.0, at some point it could become compatible with the smart controller. Now that's whether DJI decides to make it compatible or not, nobody really knows yet, but in theory, because it is OcuSync, that is going to be an option that might become available down the road. And lastly, another important thing to note, I've had a couple people ask me, the props from the original Mavic Mini are not compatible with the Mini 2, and vice versa. You cannot put the Mini 2 props on the Mavic Mini. Well folks, that's basically it. My 24 reasons why you may want to consider upgrading to the new Mini 2, or if you don't own one and you are in the market for one, why you might want to choose the Mini 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.